Have you ever noticed how suffering often begins the moment reality stops matching the version you created in your mind? Not because life is ending, not because you are broken, but because a part of you is resisting what is. Most people think stress comes from circumstances, but often stress comes from attachment. Attachment to a specific person, a specific outcome, a specific timeline, a specific version of love. And when reality moves differently than expected, the mind panics. You replay conversations. You compare the present to the past. You wonder if you missed your chance. You try to control what was never fully yours to control. But the more tightly you hold on, the more anxious, exhausted, and disconnected you become. Because peace does not enter a life filled with resistance. Peace enters when you finally stop fighting reality. And that is one of the hardest lessons in healing, especially after heartbreak, especially when someone once made you feel alive, especially when your nervous system became addicted to the emotions attached to them. But what if healing was never about getting them back? What if healing is learning how to stop abandoning yourself every time life changes? What if the emotions you miss were never created by them alone, but were possibilities already living inside you? Today, you are going to learn why letting go feels so difficult, why you keep comparing people to your past, how attachment rewires the brain and body, and how to finally create inner peace without forcing life to happen your way. Because the truth is, the more you detach from fear, the more you attract what is actually meant for you. When things do not seem to be going the way you want, you always have a choice to make: resist or welcome peace. Most people unconsciously choose resistance. They resist uncertainty. They resist endings. They resist loneliness. They resist not knowing what comes next. And resistance creates stress inside the body. When the mind keeps arguing with reality, the nervous system stays activated. The body begins living in survival mode. This is why overthinking feels physically exhausting. The body does not know the difference between a real danger and an emotional memory constantly replayed in the mind. So when you continuously relive heartbreak, abandonment, rejection, or fear, the body keeps producing the same emotional chemicals over and over again. Eventually, those emotions become familiar, and familiarity can become addictive. This is why some people struggle to let go even when they know a relationship was unhealthy. The body became attached to the emotional cycle, the highs, the lows, the anxiety, the longing, the temporary relief. But healing begins when you stop feeding the emotional addiction of the past. And that starts with awareness. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What am I still emotionally attached to?" Because sometimes you do not miss the person. You miss who you became around them. You miss the excitement, the validation, the emotional intensity, the fantasy, the hope. But emotional intensity is not always love. Many people confuse chemistry with compatibility. They confuse obsession with connection. They confuse longing with alignment. And sometimes what feels like a spark is actually familiarity with emotional unpredictability. A healthy connection can feel calmer than what you are used to. This is why after heartbreak, new people may feel boring at first, not because they are wrong for you, but because your nervous system is still comparing safety to emotional chaos. There may have been moments where conversations flowed naturally with someone from your past. Maybe the chemistry felt instant, maybe the texting felt effortless. And then someone new enters your life. They are kind, present, emotionally available, but your mind keeps comparing. You wonder, why does this not feel the same? And that question reveals something important. You are not only comparing people, you are comparing emotional states, because your body remembers how the past relationship made you feel. But healing requires emotional retraining. You must teach the body that peace is safe too, that secure love may feel different than intense attachment, that calm does not mean lack of connection, that real love is not built only on attraction, It is built on trust, respect, emotional safety, shared values, consistency, presence. Love grows stronger through foundation, not fantasy. This is why slowing down matters. Many people rush into emotional intimacy before true trust is built. But physical attraction alone cannot sustain a relationship. Without emotional depth, honesty, patience, and aligned values, the relationship eventually collapses under pressure. Real love requires emotional maturity, and part of maturity is learning the difference between lust and love. Lust seeks immediate gratification. Love seeks genuine connection. Lust consumes. Love nurtures. Lust wants to possess. Love wants to understand. And many people realize after heartbreak that what they thought was love was actually emotional attachment mixed with physical attraction and fantasy. That realization can feel painful at first, but it is also wisdom, because awareness changes future decisions. Healing is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming conscious. Conscious of your patterns, conscious of your wounds, conscious of your emotional triggers, conscious of what kind of love you truly want to build moving forward. And one of the most powerful things you can do during healing is stop chasing emotions from the past. The past is no longer happening. It only exists as memory. But the body keeps reliving it because the mind keeps returning to it emotionally. This is why presence matters. When you focus completely on the present moment, you interrupt the emotional loop. You remind your nervous system, I am safe right now. And this is where rituals become powerful, morning rituals especially. Many people underestimate how healing structure can be. A morning ritual is not about perfection. It is about creating space for yourself before the world begins pulling your attention in different directions. Even 5 or 10 intentional minutes can shift your emotional state. Maybe it is meditation, maybe it is prayer, maybe it is journaling, maybe it is stretching, maybe it is sitting quietly with gratitude before touching your phone. Consistency matters more than intensity, because repetition creates emotional rewiring. Every time you choose calm instead of chaos, presence instead of panic, gratitude instead of fear, you teach the body a new emotional baseline, and eventually peace stops feeling unfamiliar. This is why elevated emotions are so important. Your emotional state influences your perception, your decisions, your energy, and even your future behaviors. When you constantly live in resentment, fear, shame, or abandonment, you unconsciously recreate situations that match those emotions. But when you begin cultivating gratitude, love, hope, joy, and trust, your internal world changes first. And eventually, your external reality begins reflecting that shift. This is why visualization can feel so emotional during meditation. Sometimes you may see future possibilities so vividly that your body responds as if they are already real. You may imagine safety, joy, warmth, connection, and tears begin flowing during meditation, not from sadness, but from emotional alignment. Because for the first time, your body experiences what peace feels like without needing external validation first. That matters deeply, because many people try to manifest from desperation. But desperation pushes things away. Attachment creates resistance. Fear creates contraction. The body tightens, the mind obsesses, and energy becomes focused on absence. But true manifestation begins with emotional embodiment. You stop begging life to change, and instead you become emotionally available for what you desire. You begin acting from wholeness instead of lack. This is why detachment is so powerful. Detachment does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop emotionally clinging. You stop believing your happiness depends on one person. You stop worshiping the past. You stop abandoning yourself while waiting for external validation. Detachment creates space, and space allows new possibilities to enter. There are unlimited possibilities in life, unlimited people, unlimited opportunities, unlimited timelines, unlimited experiences. But when the mind obsesses over one closed door, it becomes blind to every other opening. Sometimes the person you are grieving was only meant to awaken you, not stay forever. Sometimes relationships expose wounds that need healing: abandonment, validation seeking, fear of loneliness, emotional dependency. And while painful, awareness creates transformation, because now you can build differently. Now you can choose differently. Now you can stop settling for emotional instability disguised as passion. You can choose secure love. Love that does not leave you anxious all day. Love that communicates clearly. Love that respects boundaries. Love that does not disappear when things become difficult. Love that allows your nervous system to relax. That kind of love exists, but first you must become emotionally available for it. And that means forgiving yourself too. Many people carry guilt after relationships end. They replay mistakes endlessly. They judge past versions of themselves. But healing requires compassion. You did the best you could with the awareness you had at the time. Now you know more. Now you are growing. Now you are becoming more conscious. Do not shame yourself for lessons that taught you wisdom. Growth often comes through discomfort. And sometimes spiritual growth requires deep honesty. Honesty about unhealthy attachments. Honesty about emotional patterns. Honesty about seeking temporary validation. Honesty about acting from loneliness instead of alignment. But awareness is not punishment. Awareness is freedom. Because now you can choose differently. And every day you practice new thoughts, new emotions, and new habits. You slowly become a different version of yourself. A calmer version, a wiser version, a more emotionally secure version. This is why healing is not linear. Some days you feel detached and peaceful. Other days, memories suddenly return. Sometimes loneliness appears unexpectedly. Sometimes you still wonder how they feel. Sometimes you still compare. That does not mean you failed. It means you are human. The goal is not to never think about the past again. The goal is to stop emotionally living there, to stop feeding it energy every day, to stop turning memory into identity, because your future deserves your attention too. And every moment you return to the present, you reclaim your power. Go outside for a walk, breathe deeply, meditate, pray, journal, move your body, talk kindly to yourself. Sit still instead of reacting impulsively. These small moments matter more than you realize, because healing is built through repeated moments of self-connection, not one giant breakthrough. And eventually, something beautiful happens. You stop chasing, you stop forcing, you stop obsessing over who is coming or leaving, and peace quietly enters your life again, not because everything became perfect, but because you stopped resisting reality. You finally understand, peace was never found through control. It was found through surrender. Surrender to growth, surrender to timing, surrender to healing, surrender to trust. And from that space, you become magnetic, not because you are trying to attract someone, but because your energy is no longer trapped in survival mode. You begin attracting healthier experiences naturally because you are no longer emotionally operating from fear. And this is where affirmations become powerful, not as magic words, but as emotional reminders. So take a deep breath and repeat these slowly with intention. I release the emotions of my past. I no longer emotionally live in old memories. I choose peace over resistance. I am safe in the present moment. I trust life to unfold in divine timing. I detach from what no longer aligns with me. I attract secure, healthy, loving relationships. I deserve consistency, honesty, and emotional safety. I no longer chase love. I become aligned with love. I forgive myself for past choices. I am growing every single day. I welcome abundance into my life. I welcome peace into my body. I am becoming emotionally free. I trust that what is meant for me will find me. And finally, the more you detach from fear, the more you attract what is truly aligned for you. If this message resonated with you, comment below, I choose peace. And if you are on a healing journey, subscribe and join this community. You are not alone in this process. One day you will look back and realize this chapter was not the end of your story. It was the beginning of your transformation.